Howdy, friends and floorheads. To say I've been looking forward to this is a minimal thing. There was such high expectations going into episode one. The five of us blew the doors off. I rewatched it before we were playing tonight, and I'm like, this is really good stuff. Kevin, the floor is yours.
All right. So, just a brief introduction or a recap of last time. If you remember, four friends were given a cryptic invitation to return to their high school where they met as a detention group and began playing a role playing game. Um, they met uncomfortably, and then a really bizarre thing happened when they rolled their die. They transformed and moved to a different area the high school became deserted and run down, and they faced a couple of pretty challenging situations so far, mostly emotionally, which is where this game seems to thrive. If you remember the very last scene, they were having flashbacks as this creature was looking at them, and then she shouted, "Guilty." So the creature, she emerges from this pool. It's almost like she's being born in reverse. She's not entering the world, she's returning to it. The ichor, it clings to her. It's not dripping off, it's integrated, it's woven into the fabric that hangs from her. You can see the black moving through her veins. She's draped in what might have been a white dress at one point, but it's stained and soaked. And it's transformed into something that just hangs like wet, rotted fabric. She looks like she's been underwater for years, maybe 40 years. And her skin has taken on the pallor of the statue. That bloodless marble white, but mottled with the spreading veins of black where the ichor has seeped into her. It's hard to tell where the tears end and where she begins. Perhaps there's no difference. Perhaps she's nothing but accumulated sorrow given shape after 40 years. Her hair, it clings to her face. It's slick and oily, and the strands hang together in clumps down over her face. Her eyes, well, there are no eyes. They're just wells. But they're not empty, they're not hollow, they're full. They're full of that same black substance that continues streaming from the statue behind her. When she looks at you, you understand she's not seeing you as you are now. She's seeing you as you were. 17, thoughtless, capable of walking past someone drowning without breaking stride. You get the feeling she's analyzing you. Her mouth, or what appears to be a mouth, it opens, and the black liquid starts to run down her chin and down from her throat. But somehow you hear her anyway. You're not sure if she's speaking audibly or if it's in your head. But she begins to talk about something that you've braced yourself since 1985 for. She tells you, guilt doesn't decay. It ferments. And after 40 years, what you buried becomes something else entirely. Something that knows your names, your faces, and the exact weight of what you did. She raises her hands from the dripping sleeves and points her palms toward you. They're slick with the black ichor, but you can see words start to form on her hands, almost like cuts. The word is guilty.
You're not her.
Is that her, Freya?
It's not her. It can't be. We buried her. This is not Sherry. Whatever this
No,
is.
this is Scott trying to make us think it's her. This is Scott fucking with us.
There is no God. How many times do we...
Everybody just kind of get behind me. And I need, like, Freya, someone needs to figure out where we're going because we're not staying here.
We're not leaving that thing here. I'm not running. I've been running my whole life. I'm not running for some thing that Scott conjured up for us.
That makes me draw my sword, realizing what Freya is saying right now.
I'm going to walk around her. Just kind of looking from all angles.
She doesn't move. She just stands there. You know, when you look down toward the liquid, she just sort of devolves into that liquid. She's just standing. She's not really looking at anyone. She said what she had to say.
What do you want?
She's silent.
It's not her. Whatever this thing, whatever it's going to say, Ranker. It's not her. This is just some version of her that, I mean, not, look at it. What are you? Why are you here? Why are you doing this?
Her body stands facing the three of you, but her head twists to face Riot.
I've missed you.
You begin to feel this black ichor. It starts to move up your legs. It starts to sink in and it starts to solidify.
Back over here, Riot.
You can't move, Riot. In fact, none of you can move. Okay, so we're going to do something now. I would like everyone to make a dexterity roll for me.
All right. So
Die rolls are always good, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dex. Some class abilities allow players to add their class die to the pool as well. Am I allowed to add my class die to
Not
this?
with this one.
Okay.
This will just be a straight dex roll, and
Gotcha.
on a 4, 5, or 6, you succeed.
So it says my die
And-
pool is 2d6. Are we taking the highest of the two, or?
Actually, any if you roll 2 4s, whatever, anything over 4, 5, or 6, that's
Right, die pool.
counts as a
Right,
victory.
right.
Yeah, that's
And
the word that was escaping me, Craig. Thank you.
you're welcome. And how about a difficulty? Is there one?
There is no difficulty for
Okay.
this.
All right, so I rolled a 5 and a 6.
You succeeded.
Yeah.
I have 4d6. That is correct,
Damn.
right?
Wow.
So your dex 4? Holy Christmas.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
that's true. I did that.
I got a 6.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Freya.
I don't know if it's good that I had so many die.
Okay, so everyone succeeded but Freya. And Freya will come back to you here in just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, Riot. The creature is completely focused on you. And you start to hear whispering. And it sounds like it's coming from all around you. It's coming inside your head. You feel like it's coming outside of your head. And I'm sorry, I just lost that. And you feel like you're starting to lose control. Would you like to resist?
Yes.
Give me a wisdom roll. And the wisdom roll, you will have to have just one moment here. Okay. So mechanically, what's happening is the creature is using this this thing called the voice, and the voice will allow this creature to basically control someone. So in die, you roll for a success. Since this is an NPC, she rolled a 6, which is very good. So that's a success. Then the second die roll of a 5 um, tells what intensity this will be. For an NPC, a roll of 5 is a miss. So you feel your head start to, it's almost like somebody has their hands around your head and they're squeezing.
No, 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 no.
It looks at you, tilts its head, and just dissolves into the water. Let's go back to Freya. Freya, you've been pulled under.
Jeez.
You're under this liquid. You feel it start to seep into your ears, your nose, your mouth. You can't breathe. It feels like you're drowning. And somewhere beneath your conscience, something surfaces. It's a memory. This one's not about Sherry. You braced yourself for that. No, this is something else. Something from your past, something buried so deeply that you have convinced yourself it would never happen, or it had never happened. Maybe it was a moment of cruelty, betrayal. Who knows? But it rises to the surface. What is that memory?
It is me walking at night with my partner at the time. One of Tony's friends after leaving high school. And I am trying to I want to go home. And I think, let me retcon that. I'm not going to go there. I think I'm sitting in front of the TV, watching my favorite cartoon, as I'm hearing crashing in the back, in the kitchen, and shouting. It's my dad and my mom arguing. I don't know about what, but plates are flying. They're crashing. And I just run under my bed in my room. And I see my mom run into my room, throw the door behind her, leaning against it. And I just hear the banging of my father and his voice to open the door.
How do you feel?
Helpless. afraid, angry.
Why this memory?
Because it reminds me of another time I've been helpless and felt like drowning.
At some point in your life, you ended up with a locket, didn't you?
Yes.
Who gave you the locket?
That was my mother.
Do you have the locket now?
I don't know. Do I? Right now? Have the locket on me?
No.
I'm clutching for it. I'm trying to feel for it.
Mhm.
But it's not there.
Freya. Jess. You know how you lost that locket. How did you lose it?
I threw it away. I ripped it off standing at a pier one night. I ripped it off and I threw it in the water.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm trying to leave the past behind. I don't want it to keep following me everywhere I go. I don't want to be reminded of all those moments.
You hear in your head, past doesn't die. Freya. And you know this voice, this is Scott. Freya.
I'm going to try to talk. Not sure if I will drown the instant I open my mouth, but I'm going to try to overcome that fear. What do you want, Scott? What do you want from me?
Freya, I'm trying to help.
Is this your idea of helping? I'm quite literally drowning, Scott.
Well, I think sometimes we need to be dramatic to face the past, don't we?
Why? Why do I need to face the past? I've been carrying it around with me for so many years.
Oh, and how's that worked out for you?
Not well, Scott. Not well. And you're not helping. You think dragging me into this place is gonna suddenly make the past disappear? Bring Sherry back? Who do
It's
you
funny
think you are?
You know, it's funny you say that. Because yes, that's exactly what I think is going to happen. And as suddenly as you were pulled under, you shoot to the surface. The interesting thing about all of this is while Freya was down in the liquid, her thoughts were being displayed all around the atrium, just like a video. Freya comes to the surface. You feel the hands that were grasping you let go. What do you say?
I am going to kill him. I'm not going to leave this place until he's dead.
Freya, you feel a couple of emotions extremely intensely right now. One is loathing, self-loathing. Let's start with that. Sorry if this gets too much to you.
No, please continue.
What are you thinking about? Why do you hate yourself so much right now?
Because I was just reminded of having lost Sherry, not having done more. All the times I've been helpless, all the times I've ran away from my past. And most of all that, I'm letting Scott get to me like this. Just feeling this dagger in my heart and this gut punch. And I'm just... Nobody has gotten to me like this in decades.
So strongly as you feel that, that emotion of self-loathing, you feel rage even more. What does it look like when Freya feels rage like this?
I think you can see my head is down, but if you pay attention, you notice that the surface below me is reflecting with a bright light, like a red glowing light that's starting to seep out of my eyes. Just bright, shining red, and this just hateful expression. Just this pure anger.
So Freya has joined the rest of you. You're free. You're still standing in the liquid. The creature has gone back underwater.
If it's
You
okay
okay?
with Freya, I think I might have ran right over to you and tried to at least help you stand up.
I think I'd push you. Just don't touch me. I'm sorry, Ranger. I'm just...
No, it's okay. It's okay. Flynn,
Ah.
Bryant, this is still the high school, right? Isn't this like an echo? Does it look like the high school? Like, if we leave the high school, do we leave here? Can't hear you, Flynn.
I doubt Scott would let that happen.
Yeah, we're not going to get out of here until we finish dancing his fucking dance. Is this scene done? Should we move on now? Is there more to see here?
Ranker, you hear something kind of in your head, and you know who's talking to you. It's the sword. You feel things too much, boy. You always have. You're embarrassing me.
I'm looking for something for you to hit.
How are you feeling right now, Ranker?
Very confused. The fact that I am able to put this in any sort of order right now is even more confusing. Right? The fact that I haven't completely lost it doesn't make sense to me. That somehow this is reality, and I believe what has happened, and that is confusion. I'm desperate for us to fill our old roles. I need Flynn to be Flynn. I need Riot to be Riot. I need Freya to be Freya right now. I think Flynn is right, that this is Scott's game. So let's do this. I consider Freya one of the most powerful people I've ever known, let alone as Jess or as Freya. And tossed like a rag doll and pushed underwater like that. And there's a part of me that wants to just like, if you're going to do this to one of us, you should be doing it to me. Why Freya? That's what's running through my head.
You don't get any answers, of course. Flynn, how do you react to seeing all of this?
I think Flynn has gone back to more of a kind of an almost cold calculating mode, because one of the things he could always do, even back in the day, was even though he would get caught up in the story and the characters, he could always kind of pull back and look at the big picture and try and figure out what the puzzle is and what the solution is. So I think while everybody else is dealing with the emotional chaos, and he's feeling that, but he's got to kind of tamp that down at the moment, he's trying to figure out what does the witness want out of this? What is the objective here? And the current working theory, such as it is in his head, is that Scott thinks we are all responsible for what happened and wants to make us admit it. And he's trying to find a good way, or a way to make that happen in such a way that'll satisfy him and get us out of here.
How did you not notice the creature reforming behind you?
I mean, I was probably, looking at Freya, making sure they were all right. And then I think I've been sort of studying the statue, kind of checking it for clues. And that's where my focus and my attention has been.
Okay. Just a second here. You feel something start to burrow into your brain.
No, great.
Feel somebody is trying to get control. How do you fight it?
There was so much of JJ's early life where everything was about everybody exercising control over him.
Mm-hmm.
What he could do, what he could wear, who he could see, who he could visit, where he spent his time. And now that he's finally broken free of that part of his life, he's never going to go back. So I think there's kind of a crossover between JJ and Flynn. And when he feels something try and pull into his mind like that, he just kind of does this searing energy. And it may even show some sort of physical manifestation of a little burst of flame off of his head. And he just says, "Get out!"
Give me a wisdom roll.
Okay. That's something I'm theoretically fractionally better at. Difficulty 0?
Actually, it's a difficulty of 1. So you'll need at least 2 successes.
Yeah. I think what I would like to do then
hmm
is use a flashback
hmm
to get an advantage, which is just another die at this point, right?
Right. So a
Okay.
flashback is where a character in the die world can flash back to something that happened in the real world, something that would give them advantage in the roll. And by doing so, they get an extra die.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think what this is a moment, possibly shortly after the moment we saw last episode with JJ and his mother and Sherry. And I think it's JJ kind of kneeling in the middle of like a big open room in the sort of communal house, and his mother and father and a lot of the other church families and people here all just surrounding him and putting their hands on him, and basically this sort of sea of murmured prayers of them trying to get the evil out of him and make him be a good boy and a good servant of God.
Mhm.
And I think there's a point where he's kind of almost pressed down by the weight of these people and their words and their attention and their focus. And then I think in the middle of it, he just sort of bursts to his feet and says, "Shut up!" And his parents, especially, I think, are stunned because it is really the first time he has ever openly defied them.
Mhm. You get
And
an
in front
extra
of
die for
everybody.
that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
All right.
that's a good flashback.
Let's see if
So
it
you'll
helps.
You'll need 2 successes.
Phew.
Oh man, you are lucky.
6.
So you feel this hand or whatever it is that's clutching at your head, you feel it start to ease off. And the creature disappears back into the water.
Not anymore, motherfucker.
So Riot, you had a close call there, didn't you?
Too close.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm kind of losing that pissed off edge that I had. And I have fear running through me because having another voice in my head is unacceptable. I also feel a glimmer of hope. What if we can get Sherry back? She's the person I missed. I miss her more than anything. And everybody else seems very against this, but I will walk across this world to get her back.
So the last dramatic moment kind of ended with Flynn. And you're just standing there in the still, calf deep for most. Riot, it's up a little higher for you. The liquid. And it's silent. Do you have anything to say to each other?
If we're not leaving, we've got to go somewhere. Just standing here waiting for another
Don't say
tar
it.
baby to like rise up from behind one of us. We can't just stay here.
Where are we going? Just, I mean, out of this ichor, whatever this is, sounds like a great idea.
At least Black is slimming.
You see a little smile.
Looking around, Kevin, can you give us a little bit of a sense of our surroundings here? What's available to us?
Yeah, straight ahead. So you're in a rotunda, so it's basically this large circular area where you would first walk into the school from the front doors, right? So you're looking toward the doors, toward the outside. To your left, there's an area where the office was. And you've got the counselor's offices, the nurse's office. Um, there's also a teacher's lounge over in that area. Then there's a hall that kind of goes off the rotunda. On the other side, there's the auditorium, the entrance for the auditorium. Um, that's where the theater club put on all their shows. Um, that's where um, the music group and the bands would all play. Um, and then off, that direction, there is a hallway with more lockers. Behind you is the gymnasium. That's where you would go and watch the basketball games, and I imagine Tony played in some of those.
Yep.
And so that's kind of the lay of the land. This building is a 2-story building, but where you're standing right now, you can't see stairs or anything.
So when I look to what was the exit from the high school, what am I seeing exactly? Am I seeing doors?
You're seeing doors, but what it looks like is that somebody hung paper over the windows and painted it black so that it looks like somebody was trying to make it appear to be dark outside and ominous, but really it just looks like they hung black paper over the windows.
So I'm going to give everybody a half a second to come up with a better idea. And if nobody does, I'm just going to shoot you all you better follow me look, and I'm going to head towards the exits. I think I want to try there first. I'm not saying I don't believe Flynn, but I need to cross that off the list.
And when I see you moving, I think I'm like, yeah, let's stick together. And I move to follow you.
Let's try to keep an eye on each other too. So
Yeah, we obviously need to watch backs.
I just want to get out of this. I don't want to go under again. Let's just go. Let's just get out of here. Anywhere.
You can see me for a half second offer you a hand, Freya, then I know better, and I pull back.
Okay, so
I'm gonna kind of just almost dance along behind, because weirdly I've got a little excitement going on.
All right, so what do you do, Rancorn?
Going right for the door, and I think I was going to push it, just like it was the old high school gym or way out. I end up kicking it.
Okay. So when you kick the door, what happens is your foot goes through some sort of fabric, and the fabric rips. And when you look in, you see that you're looking from the gymnasium forward. It's almost like the fabric has ripped and there's another school behind the fabric. Does that make sense?
I think so. So I'm seeing into the gymnasium. So somehow this is...
It's like you're standing outside the gymnasium looking back at the front doors. It's a repeating thing.
So I look around. Am I in the gymnasium? Are we in the gymnasium? Or is it just the view?
You're standing right outside the gymnasium doors, looking toward the front door you just kicked through. You kicked through a rip in time, and you're right back in the same rotunda.
I'm open to suggestions.
Let's try a different door. It's just
suddenly you start to go ahead.
What about the teacher's lounge? Just what about the offices? I know there's an exit out of the building there.
Teacher's lounge. Let's go.
All right.
Like, first suggestion, go.
As you're running toward the teacher's lounge, you start to hear music, and it's coming from that direction, down the hall just a little bit. And it's a song you're all familiar with. It's Careless Whisper.
You can Google that, kids.
Google the lyrics. So you hear the music just sort of play, and it just kind of gives you a warm feeling. Whether you like the song or not, it gives you a warm feeling.
I definitely sing along.
I'm running.
I think I just kind of stare at you as you start singing, and I'm really.
So next to the teacher's lounge, just, maybe 10 or 15 feet back down the hallway, you see a light, lights bleeding through this door frame. The door's closed. It's the maintenance closet. Riot, how do you know it's the maintenance closet?
I slept there more than once.
So that's where the music's coming from. You want to head that direction, or you want to continue toward the teacher's lounge?
Nope, I am going towards the closet. Without any comment at all, just still singing along.
And as soon as I get a whiff of that, then I'm changing my target and following Riot.
Yep, stick together.
Real subtle, Scott. Real subtle. As always.
So you come to the door, and there's a piece of notebook paper kind of tacked to the door, kind of sideways, and scrawled on it in looks like crayon is the Lost and Found bar. As you open the door, it's not the janitor's closet. It looks like a small nightclub. You've got a little bar there. You've got some tables. You've got a dance floor. And you've got a jukebox playing Careless Whisper.
Is there anybody in here?
Yeah, actually behind the bar, there's somebody, a bartender, he's wiping down the bar. Oh, you know this person. This is Carl, the janitor.
Mr. Jenkins?
Hey, how are you guys? I haven't seen you forever. Come on in.
You're dead.
I don't look dead, do I?
Don't be rude, Rancor.
Come on in. Come on in. I'll get you a drink on the house.
And you see a bit of a reaction from me that makes I step back a little bit at that offer.
Come on. You guys look like you've been through hell.
It beats school. Sure. Come on.
Come on in. Here, have a seat. And he cleans off, the bar, puts some snack peanuts and, little bar munchies on the thing. Hey, I've got some of these new Bartles and James coolers. You want one?
I'm going to watch the door.
I think
Oh,
we're
come on. Nobody's
okay.
going to bother you in here. I promise.
Yeah, this is a tavern, right? I look at everyone. It's like this is a tavern, right?
Yeah,
This is
so we're
probably
going to
safe.
have a brawl, or somebody's going to give us our next quest here.
Right.
I want to go
I mean-
check the jukebox. See what else is on there.
As long as Riot doesn't insult anybody again, it's not going to be like the other times we went to the tavern. Remember that session with Scott? 31?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you were insulting that NPC elf with insults you would give Scott, I remember that.
He
And I remember
deserved
what
it.
he did when he
I mean-
realized you were really insulting him.
Scott could have really telegraphed that he had a lot of magic and was really strong. That was kind of uncalled for, but
We made it through, didn't we?
I am not approaching the bar. I am staying by the door.
So Carl, he puts 4 Bartles and James coolers right on the bar. You guys remember that takes you back, these terrible wine coolers that when they, when you were in your 20s, I mean, those were pretty cool.
Thank you for your support.
Nice.
And he just kind of crosses his arms. So what have you guys been up to?
high school reunion.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Well, just, small get together, us and Scott.
Oh, have you met Scott? Or no. Have you met the master yet? No. Have you met the witness yet?
Unfortunately, we have. Yes.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
It's just, and I look down on myself, it's just not been a great time. Do you have like some towels I could borrow? Just wipe this off and just...
Oh, yeah, you do look like you need some help. So Carl reaches under the bar and he pulls out your outfit, just like the one Frey is wearing, and he lays it on the bar. There's a bathroom around the corner if you want to go change.
Or you can just get naked.
Oh. Shut up, Riot. I'm going to take the dress. No peeking. You better not be looking, Scott. And I go to one of the bathrooms.
Okay. So it's just a normal bathroom, and you change. And so, while you guys are there, Carl starts talking. I mean, you look like you guys are confused. What can I can help you. What would you like to know?
Where are we?
You're in Sherman High School, of course.
What do I look like?
Uh,
What do you see when you look at me?
You want that answer?
I see Rancor.
Okay. And how do you know Rancor? How do you know me?
Well, the witness told me that you'd be here. He told me you'd be coming. I see you all have all your appendages. That was one thing he warned me that I might have to help regrow an arm or two.
You a healer?
I don't really know. My backstory hasn't been really fleshed out that much. I just know I'm here at the bar. I can offer you help. Oh, I can tell you how to get out of here.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
What would you like to know?
Well, presumably, the witness told you to direct us somewhere.
Not so much direct you somewhere, but kind of give you a little bit of a lay of the land.
Okay, well, let's start with that then.
So first of all, you're on a quest, right? I mean, you can feel that. You guys are on a quest.
Mhm.
So, the cool thing is, once you complete the quest, then you all get together with the witness and you'll just stand and have a good time. You'll talk.
Sure.
And then the coolest thing is you'll all get to vote whether you want to go back to, he checks his notes, to the real world, or if you want to stay here in Sherman High School. But every one of you has to agree to go back.
I look at Riot.
What
Yeah.
rancor?
Nothing.
Oh, guess what? The witness
What?
is one of the party.
Of course he is.
What does that mean?
Oh, it means he'll have to want to go back too.
What happens if one of the party dies?
Oh, well, if you die, you don't get to vote.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
What
that
if-
is a loophole.
Loophole. I do have one. I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you make me a dirty Shirley?
Oh, can I? He makes you the best dirty Shirley you've ever had in your life.
What about Sherry?
Sherry.
Mirren.
I don't know who that is.
Well, do you know what our quest is?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
My backstory doesn't include that.
Right, yeah, the witness was a little vague on the details there.
Flynn, a newspaper, just sort of appears on the bar next to you.
God,
And on the
you
cover.
never could do exposition, Scott. Pick it up and read it.
And it says, Sherman's high student found dead on school grounds. The Sherman High School sophomore Sherry Wallace, age 17, was pronounced dead early Tuesday morning after being discovered unresponsive in a vehicle parked on school grounds. A janitor, arriving for his 5 a.m. shift, discovered the girl in a car belonging to another student and immediately contacted authorities. The Fairfield County Medical Examiner's Office has confirmed that Miss Wallace died of an apparent drug overdose. A prescription bottle containing Valium was recovered from the vehicle. Principal Harold Franklin released a brief statement Wednesday afternoon saying, "The Sherman High School community is deeply saddened by this tragedy. Our thoughts are with the Wallace family during this incredibly difficult time. Investigators have taken a Sherman High School student into custody in connection with the death. No charges have been filed at this time, and the student's name is being withheld pending an ongoing investigation. A memorial service for Miss Wallace will be held Friday at 10 a.m. in the school auditorium. The Wallace family has asked that those wishing to pay their respects donate to the DARE program in lieu of flowers. Miss Wallace is survived by her parents, Robert and Carol Wallace, and her younger brother, Michael."
What's it say, Flynn?
That's the report on Sherry's death. So what, we need to save her? Prevent this from ever happening? Find out the true killer?
Is this just some perverse game for you, Scott? Just rubbing it in? Just...
I mean, yes.
I know, rhetorical, but fuck. I don't want to play his game. I don't want to.
I don't think any of us want to, Freya. Where does it tell us to go, Flynn?
Doesn't tell us anywhere. The man talks about her body being found in the car. If we can make it to the parking lot, maybe we look there. I don't know.
Do any of our names feature in it?
Nope. Unnamed student.
Looking
I mean,
at
I'll offer the paper around if anybody wants to see it, but I imagine that's basically what the article said at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm gonna knock over a bar stool and go pout in the corner.
did any of you go to the memorial at school?
No. My parents wouldn't let me.
I think you all know I wasn't there.
I don't know because I wasn't either. I don't know who went.
Did any of us go?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I went.
Thank you.
You hear this deep voice. I was there.
Yeah. I saw Scott. He was there.
And what,
I
you're
wanted to
mad
be.
that we weren't?
I'm mad that I wasn't.
Me too.
We're just kids, Riot.
What is that supposed to mean? We're just kids.
I hate to agree with Freya, but
Just... I didn't want any of this to happen. I thought I was helping her. Fuck.
I say we go to the auditorium. We know we can't get outside. At least not the first time we tried.
I mean, parking lot isn't the worst idea. I mean, who knows what's in any of the other rooms? I'm pretty sure our high school didn't feature a hidden bar in the janitor's closet. Did it, Riot?
wish. Fuck off. But I wish also.
You hear the school bell go off. And Carl goes, "Oh, it's passing period. You guys better get out of here before you get caught."
Let's go to the auditorium.
Thanks, Carl.
Hey, stop by anytime.
Sure.
Take care
I'm gonna
of
knock
yourself.
over another bar stool on the way out, just to be petty.
And I will pick them both up before leaving.
Nice.
So, as you exit the nice little bar, Careless Whisper starts to play again. I don't know what Riot you put on, but that's what's playing now. You open the door and the rotunda is bright. It's not the gray, festering dark you've come to expect. It's not the rot and the pooling black liquid and the ash. Oh, it's beautiful. It's morning bright. It's autumn bright. It's the kind of light that pours in through institutional windows and makes everything look almost hopeful. Floors are clean. The lockers are whole, the paint unpeeling, the bulletin boards pinned with homecoming announcements, fall sports. There's a hand-lettered sign advertising the school's drama club's production of Our Town. You know this light. You saw this light. Then you see Brenda Kowalski. Oh, she's from your third period algebra. She's got her backpack slung over one shoulder. She's laughing at something you can't hear. And behind her, Mrs. Samuelson moves through the crowd with her coffee mug and her sensible shoes, marking papers against her forearm the way she always used to do. The hallway is full. Hundreds of students flooding through both directions. The noise, the locker slamming, the sneakers squeaking, someone's radio bleeding tinny pop music. This is Sherman High School, 1985. You're standing in the middle of it.
Am I still in my leather armor with the sword on my back?
Yep.
Maybe we can get outside. Want to try again? Go to the parking lot?
Sure.
Yeah. Do you
Is
think?
anybody acknowledging us? Like,
No, not at all.
okay.
Do you
So
think
you take it.
we
Go
are
ahead.
here, like our other versions of ourselves?
You don't
If
see
we
it.
go look for them?
I don't think
Oh.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's fair. That's probably. I was just wondering. Getting whiplash.
Yeah.
Good question, though. Kevin, that
Mhm.
production of Our Town,
Mhm.
where did that happen relative to the detention and relative to Sherry's death?
It was the play that was happening. It was taking place the weekend after Sherry's death.
Okay.
So you take a step forward, then another. Crowd parts around you, or they don't. They sort of pass through you. You can feel the warmth of the people pressing close. Someone bumps your arm. A girl in a yellow windbreaker walks by. Something's wrong with her face, just slightly. But it's just enough. The skin beneath her eyes, it sits just a little too heavy. Her fingers are wrapped around her binder, but they're just about a half an inch too long. You try to look away, but then you can't stop looking. There's a boy at a water fountain. The way his jaw moves when he's not speaking, that's odd. A man with a teacher's lanyard whose shadow falls in the wrong direction. They're all moving toward you. Not past you, not around you. They're moving toward you. The first one makes contact, bumping into you. The sensation feels wrong. You don't know why. I mean, it's not painful, it's just wrong. The next student doesn't stop either. They keep coming, all of them. The crowd that was flowing around you is now flowing through you.
Ooh.
Their faces are distorting as they get close the distance. Their eyes are widening too far. Smiles
Let's
are
get
stretching
outside.
past their natural limit.
Grab each other's hands. Now. Like trying to hold on to Ranker's hands.
Yep.
The skin is loose. One brushes your shoulders, Freya, and it leaves something, a smear or a residue.
Oh, and you just got clean.
I'm gonna freak out. Let's
Just keep heading towards the door.
move, please move.
Mhm.
Crowd, they just keep coming, wave after wave, slowing you down. The light begins to die in increments. It goes from noon to overcast to the particular gray that has no weather attached to it. It's just wrong. It's just gray.
Are we making headway?
tears.
Sorry.
No. Black tears start to materialize on the floor. It's in the low in the corners at first. It's that seeping, dark, viscous liquid. Starts to spread around your ankles. It's rising.
Very dramatic. Scott!
Completely engulfed by the blackness.
You know what? Why don't we take a quick 10-minute break while we get Kevin back? We are back with a full table.
I am sorry about that. I have no idea what happened, but it was actually kind of interesting. So I think, if I remember right, we were right about the point where it was starting to get dark.
Correct. Yeah, the light seems to be changing. It wasn't accompanied with weather. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll start there. So the light, it starts to die in increments. It goes from noon to overcast to gray. It's just wrong. That's the feeling that you get, is this is just wrong. Then the black tears start to materialize in the corners. They're low at first, but then it comes seeping in, and it starts to grow and deepen and move up your legs. You're standing ankle deep in it. Then here comes the ash. The ash always follows. It starts drifting down from the lights above. It starts landing on your shoulders. It's almost like snow.
Is there anything that resembles like high ground in here, something we could climb up onto?
No. The statue is gone. Then the rotunda begins to stretch. Not quickly, not dramatically, it's just wrong. The far end is easing backwards in degrees. The hallways are elongating in a way that makes your inner ears kind of tip sideways. The perspective is sliding out from under you, like a rug is being pulled slowly. You understand standing there in the dark, with the black ichor coming up your legs and the ash on your shoulders. You understand that the school is making room for something it wants to show you. First image hits the wall. It's kind of like a film projector trying to find its focus. It's all around. It's black and white, slightly too bright. Contrast is all wrong. It's too grainy. You know the aesthetic we're talking about here. But then it begins to change.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see this.
Ranker and Freya. You're sitting in a car. You see a windshield in front of you. That's displayed for everyone to see. More images start to flow faster and faster, layering over the walls and the lockers and the faces of the students that just keep coming.
Don't, Scott, don't, please, please, please stop. Just make it.
The amber glow of the dashboard. It's a song you'll never hear again without your stomach dropping to your feet. Ranker and Freya. You stand frozen as you listen to Tony and Jess relive that moment. Here you are, 5 minutes before.
Give me that. Give me that. I reach over and grab the beer bottle out of Tony's hand.
Such a prude.
What do you mean prude?
I've drank like 5 of these before. It's fine.
I'm working on it. Okay, give me. Just not everybody's used to drinking like you. I know. I'm sorry.
You're such a child.
Oh, now I'm a child. I wasn't a child 30 minutes ago. Oh, I know how you look at me. I know how you look at me.
Don't
Everybody
flatter
knows.
yourself. You're convenient.
No, you did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. That was. I'm sorry. That was an asshole thing. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yep.
Sure.
It's getting late.
Yeah, I want to go home. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you back to the house.
Just drive a little slower, okay? You're just.
Yeah. No. Yep. You're right. You're right.
What's the song on the radio?
Prince. Purple Rain.
Of course it is. So as you come around the corner, Tony, you're driving too fast. Do you actually see the moment of impact?
Technically, no. I don't react fast enough, but the one thing I do right before I hit her is I close my eyes. And I instinctively give the mom arm to Jess, knowing that we are about to stop really fast. And I just slam the brakes and close my eyes.
What do you remember, Jess?
I remember fishing for, like, bending down and fishing for some cigarettes in my purse. And as I'm just coming up, like, I put one in my mouth, and as I'm like about to light it, I look up and I see for the window just something, and then everything happened so fast. I don't think I remember much other than the sound of breaking glass and just being like thrown sideways as the car skids out.
What do you do next, Tony?
When the car finally stops, like habit, I just throw it in the park. Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. Did we, was that a deer?
I don't know what that was, but we hit something, and like they can't.
Don't
We
get out.
can't stay here.
Just nobody's here. Just go,
I'm just
go,
going.
go.
And I throw it back into drive and start just driving to your house. And I'm not going to say anything.
Not a word.
How do you explain to your parents the damage to your car?
So normally when I F up, I would go to mom and I would tell her what would happen because she would hear the whole thing. And then she would kind of like prepare dad, because that would help. I just go right to him, and looking back on it as an adult, I think I needed what was going to happen if I just go to him. I think I was punishing myself before. So I just went to him and I said, Dad, I went around a corner too fast and I sideswiped a tree and I effed up the car. The whole side scraped.
Did he believe
doesn't-
you?
Well, he doesn't say anything. He stands up, walks past me outside. I hear him kick the car. And I don't know if he believed me or not. But I do know that probably the only time he's ever beat the hell out of me, and I felt I deserved it. But I also could tell he was pulling back a little bit because he knew I had to play this weekend.
Jess,
Yes.
did you sleep that night?
I think I just went to my room for a while, just wide awake, and after a while, I think I snuck into the bathroom, trying not to wake my parents, and I opened the medicine cabinet, and I looked for a little box of pills. Just carefully just open it up and just put like 2 in my hand and just closed it up. Carefully put it back on the shelf and just closed it. Just seeing myself in the mirror. Just take the pills.
Was that the first time you stole pills from your mother?
No. That's why it didn't take me very long to go there. That's been happening a few times regularly.
So I'd like to know from both of you, what did you think when you read about the woman being hit by a car, hit and run?
It was my dad that pushed the newspaper in front of me. It was a tree, huh? I looked down, and that's when I suspected, but that's when I knew. And I looked him straight in the eyes. And I said, it was a tree, Dad. And it was never talked about again.
I think I see the news report on the breakfast, like on the dinner table, and I glance at it, and my stomach drops. And I just grab a roll, kiss my mother on her cheek, and just I got some homework to do. I'm just really busy. Thanks. And I go into my room, and I think I just grab a pillow from the bed, open the closet, and just sit down, close the door, and just cry into a pillow for I have no idea how long. I'm thinking I'm going to jail.
So what did this do to your relationship? Anything?
I think that, and keep me straight here. I think that night was the first time you and I acknowledged anything. I'm an idiot boy. We fumbled around a little bit. And normally with me, the answer would have been no. There was not going to be a relationship between the two of us. I think the glimpse that I got, and I don't know if you picked up on it, was me apologizing. Because that's not what Tony does. That's not what I do. But I'm open to you bringing up what happened, but I don't think I ever would have. And I think it just.
I remember what happened.
Tell me.
I think it must have been a week after, and I call you.
Mm.
and it's pretty late. And I ask, "Hey, can I come over? Just tonight?"
It's not good here right now. We can meet
Please.
somewhere if you want.
Can you come to me?
Yeah, can you give me an hour?
Just come to the back door. And I think that night, once you came over, I don't think I said anything. I think we both just needed each other,
Mm-hmm.
just like a distraction, and also like an acknowledgement that we're never going to talk about this without saying we're never going to talk about this. It's like forming a bond. And I think that was the only time it happened, and I don't think we talked about that night ever again.
Yeah. It was me asking if you're okay, and you saying no, and we just kind of fell into each other, I think.
Yeah. That's how I remember it.
Yeah.
So all of this, even that last discussion, is being displayed for everyone to see.
I think when it becomes clear what we're seeing, JJ, or rather Flynn, doesn't say anything, but he just kind of puts a hand on Freya's shoulder, and after a moment reaches over and puts another hand on Ranker's shoulder. And he doesn't squeeze, he doesn't apply pressure, he's just sort of grounding them in this place.
What
I'm gonna
about you,
put
Ryan?
my
Go ahead.
hand on your hand.
So it's a habit, not a one-off.
Did you know anything about this?
No, but I was never in the loop.
So Flynn and Riot, which one of you notices the creatures that are attached to Freya and Rancor right now?
I think I do, since I'm not invested in their feelings right now. I'm too much deciding to be angry. So that's what I see.
So what you see, first of all, everything is just kind of frozen while all these images were being displayed, and there was nothing there at first. But then you started to see these figures. I mean, they were humanoid. They were tall. Their limbs and joints, they kind of bent a little too far. They were a little too long. What really stands out is their face. I mean, there's no eyes or nose or ears. It's just smooth. And their mouth, when it opens up vertically. And what you see is this big proboscis that comes out, and it's attached to the back of their neck. And as the memory is extracted, they become more opaque. Freya and Rancor, you sense warmth, like somebody standing too close to you. And you smell, it's kind of a combination of, the sickly sweet hospital flowers and kind of the disinfectant chemical smell. I mean, you don't feel anything. It doesn't hurt. You wouldn't have even known there was anything behind you if Riot hadn't noticed. Then, like somebody snaps their fingers, the student things, whatever they are, they start moving. And you hear a commotion in front of you. And these broken humans, I mean, they walk, they jerk. They look like they've been run over or hit by a car. Some of their faces are smashed in, their backs are broken, and they're coming toward you and they're not going to stop.
We know what to
Right
do.
now. Right now, you see 4.
4.
I'm drawing my sword and trying to physically get in front of everybody. I want it the best I can to be between them and my friends.
So I think mechanically, we had discussed, after you've gone through all of this stuff. So you're an emotion knight. You want to explain what an emotion knight is and explain your emotion?
So the Order of Knights in this world, they're hands down the best warriors in this world. And each of us are tied to a specific emotion, much to, I'm sure, everybody's surprise. Based on my name, my emotion is anger and rage. And one of the things mechanically I do is I have a ramp up between 0 and 8. And the more angrier I get, the more rage filled I get, the more dangerous I am to everything around me, even myself.
And I think, after watching that video, you're at level 2.
Yeah, I could see that. That's
So what is
labeled it.
level 2? What?
So I get past 1, which is strong, emotionally engaged, can use my venting ability as well as my stances. At intense, which is level 2, I can use my creative violence to defeat a mob, a blockade, a village, a strength.
So you see these 4 creatures coming toward you. And they're coming initially for Rancor and Freya. And they're closing fast, and they have the sharp claws. So the way initiative works here is it's based on dexterity. So let's see, does anybody have a dexterity of 3 or higher?
I do.
Okay, you get
I
to go
do.
first. You 2 get to go first. And you can decide who wants to.
I would say Riot should go first, given that Freya's probably a little overwhelmed.
That's level 3 for me, overwhelmed.
Okay, so Riot, you are the fool, right?
I sure am.
Mm-hmm. And the defining characteristic of your character is fools rush in, and you do foolish things, and you get rewarded for it, correct?
Yep. At
All right.
whatever cost to those around me.
Yes. All right. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to walk over to Rancor and slap him across the face.
Okay. I'm going to let that be, that can be your minor action. I think at this point it's probably not going to affect you too much, Rancor, because you're all raged up. So.
No, but this is like in game. This has happened before. I know exactly what Riot's doing.
Right? Did you want to do anything else?
I'm going to dramatically draw my rapier and pose like only I can.
Okay. You want to take a shot at the point?
I don't. I just want to pose.
Okay, awesome.
Very foolish.
Okay, Freya.
I think I'm going to. Ranker stood in front of us, was just slapped by Riot, and I'm just pushing him a little aside, not a lot, just standing next to him, and I say, "We're gonna kick Scott ass together." And I'm going to just point at one of those things. I'm going to make an attack.
So let's talk about you.
Yes.
You're a dictator.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a badass bard on steroids. You can actually blow people's brains out with emotion, can't you?
That's the goal, at least right now. Whatever these things are, I can make them feel so hard it hurts. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do.
So mechanically, declare what you're doing. And your emotion is rage, which there's a pattern here. And so you get to roll your charisma dice, I believe, your dice pool. And since you're trying to use the voice, you get to roll your special die. So the charisma die pool will decide whether you hit or miss.
Okay.
And then your special die will determine the intensity of the attack.
Okay. The special on the sheet, I can roll that at the same time, or
I think
I'm
it'll
not sure.
if you hit on charisma. Click on
Alright.
charisma, it might give you the opportunity.
you're
to add it.
correct.
I
Is it
love
add
when
class
you say
die?
that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I want to attack one of them because I can
Okay.
only focus one of them, right, at one time.
Well, yeah, we'll see what you roll.
Well, okay, fair. Do I need to vocalize what I want this emotion to be?
Yeah, why don't you tell us what you're trying to do?
Yeah. I'm going to channel just kind of my self-hatred, and I'm just going to just hiss like through my teeth, just hate yourself. And I'm pointing at one of them. Just
Okay.
my eyes start to glow in this vermilion red. And yeah, I'm gonna roll my die.
All right. Okay, so you got a success with a 6.
Mhm.
So that's good.
Excellent.
Yes. So roll your d4.
Mhm.
That will give the level of intensity.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so you rolled 1 4.
Mhm.
No, so you rolled 1 success, and then you
Yes.
rolled 4 on your die. So what that means mechanically is you hit with an intensity of 4. If you would have rolled more successes, you could have adjusted that 4 down
Ooh.
to kind of pull back. But no. You, with a 4, the intensity of this is, if we're talking about love, this is more love than you have ever loved anyone in your entire life. So let's hear what this kind of rage does to one of the creatures.
Hmm.
I think it, with its claws, it staggers for a moment and just head down starts tearing at its face and limbs slowly and then faster and faster. It just starts to its best ability rip itself into shreds.
That's disgusting, but cool. So the creature, it begins just ripping itself apart, and it can't stop. and it falls down, and it is out of commission. So now there are 3. Okay, so Flynn and Rancor, what's your dexterity?
-2.
I'm a 2 as well.
Okay, so you get to choose between
I'd like.
to go.
I can finish this.
Sure,
if you
go for it.
why don't- no, I was going to say, why don't you go then?
Well, I guess my question is, are we now aware of these things that are kind of latched on to Freya and Rancor?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can just sort of knock one of those loose. Maybe probably the one on Freya, because I'm closest to, just see if I can,
Okay.
pull it free.
So how are you going to do that?
I mean, it's like physically kind of latched on there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take both hands, kind of brace one
Okay.
against, and just pull and
Okay.
say something like, "This might hurt," and just yank.
Okay.
Just brute force.
So let's have a strength roll.
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
Wow.
I got a 6.
Yes. So technically, you can pull this one aside, and you can go for the other one if you like.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that, because I'm not sure what they're doing, but I'm pretty sure it's bad regardless.
So what this looks like when you pull these things off, they come off rather easily. And the proboscis kind of goes back in their mouth. They skitter off. Once they're disengaged, they run away. One thing you do notice, Flynn, is on the backs of their neck where these things were attached. You have the outline of a D20 die.
You're a dick, Scott.
Flynn and or not Flynn, Freya and Rancor, you don't feel anything. These things were just removed. You do feel the heat kind of move away from you, and you can't smell the flowers anymore. But that's all you really can sense. But you do feel a little bit of dread and a little bit of guilt. And if you try to, think about that memory again, it will kind of overpower you. So, Rancor, what are you going to do?
So, Kevin,
Mhm.
would you agree that this is a mob?
Yes, I would agree. This is a mob.
Okay. Then it's time for some creative violence.
I think so.
So with creative violence at a 2+ on the scale, which I am now, I can expend all of it to defeat my foe. So as long as they fit one of the nouns on your current intensity or below. So I mob at my current intensity of 2. I roll a D8. If it beats my current emotional intensity, I succeed. If not, you do it, but someone else close to you suffers wounds equal to the results, and the GM adds complications to your success. Either way, reset your intensity level to 0.
So you're at intensity 2, correct?
I am. And
So
I
you need
think
to-
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think what we see is Riot isn't going to help. Thank God Frey is here. I don't know what Flynn's doing. I've just relived the worst moment of my entire life that has ramifications that I am still dealing with. And I've got my sword in my right hand, and you just see me I just scream and just launch myself at them holding my sword, who I call Old Man. So I'm going to roll my D8. Go ahead.
The sword speaks to you. There it is, boy. Don't you feel better when you stop pretending?
And I just in my head say yes.
And you feel power. Incredible power.
Here it comes.
There we go.
That's a 5.
So describe what happens to these unlucky creatures.
the first swipe of the sword when I land from launching, the first swipe does the work. All three of them are chopped right in half, and they just split, and their bottom collapses. The tops are flying, but that's just the beginning. I could have stopped right there, and I would have been taking care of things. And it is just me cutting and cutting, and sometimes grabbing a piece and throwing it up and cutting again. And it's, thank God nobody's close enough, because I am not being careful. And it's screaming, it's anger. There are tears, but it's not sadness. And grabbing, cutting, throwing, cutting on the ground, stabbing, and it's just a flurry that feels to me like it lasts like 4 minutes, maybe less. Stand with all the pieces at my feet, and I put the sword back on my back.
Oh, I can still talk to you, though. You know what? I think we should celebrate with a drink. What do you say?
I'm not thirsty. I gave you what you need.
Oh, you will be thirsty, though. So, riot. Flames, the battle's over. Flames erupt in a circle around you. And the witness, the wizard with the flame robe, settles in beside you. You okay?
If I say yes, will you not ask that again?
Maybe. You were always my favorite.
Just kind of little look down and kind of a smirk.
You always stood up for me when everybody else made fun of me.
They're all assholes.
Yeah. They are. This place doesn't always have to be so dark. When we're through, we can stay here. Just you and me, Sherry. We could stay here. We don't have to go back.
Can we really bring her back?
I think so.
Are the rest of us hearing this conversation?
No.
Okay.
It's probably good.
Listen, Drew. I don't have cancer. I used every bit of strength I had to build this world. And I think I can bring her back.
Jesus.
Will you help me, please?
I want her back more than anything. I will try.
You. He holds out his arm. Can I have a hug? I've missed you so much. And just to be clear, we were buds. We weren't anything more.
I think I immediately, like, this is more affection than we have seen from me about anything thus far. Just, I'm a very short person, so kind of jumping up. Just tell me how.
Okay. I will. Just, I'm still afraid of Tony.
I'll stand between you and him, always.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So then what the rest of you see is the fire dissipates and Riot's just standing there.
What was that?
I don't know. I think I got a tan.
Everybody
Can't
okay?
I can't talk to her right now, and I kind of turn away and walk away a little bit.
Yeah, Flynn. We're okay. We're in a alternate dimension as our alter egos on the whims and at the mercy of some.
All I know is there was something sucking on the back of your neck, which I thought might have been a problem.
Do I feel it?
Mm-hmm. It's a raised bump.
Is that
I'm
why you were
sorry,
behind
Flynn.
us?
Yeah, I was trying to get that shit off. I think it has something to do with him, I don't know, literally feeding on trauma.
I thought that was, you wanted that there.
Oh, come the fuck on.
Take a joke.
Sorry, I'm not in a really funny mood right now.
We all had shitty childhoods. We all have bad memories. Let's get through this.
Well, how about we project some of your memories onto the wall for everyone else to see? Maybe you're going to feel like joking then?
And as you say that, Riot, it's the brownie episode. The brownie memory with Jess. And it's displayed for all to see. Why don't you describe, first of all, why in the world did you give Jess an X-Lax brownie? And what happened?
So, Jess had been spending a lot of time with Sherry. And I didn't have many friends. So, taking any of the time away from me was devastating. And she was prettier and skinnier and more beloved, had all of the jocks and everybody just around her all the time, and wasn't particularly nice to me. But we had home ec together. We had to make something, share it with our table. So this seemed like a really, really good opportunity to make her have a really bad day. So, wander in. I think you like chocolate. Would you like to try?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. That looks real good, Drew. That was... Wow. You made those?
Hopefully I'll get a good grade.
Sure. I'm sure you will. They smell great. And can I add, the moment one of the jocks walks around the corner, I like quickly turn away from you. Just eating it by myself.
I act unaffected, as usual. And then
So
I
what
drop the rest of the brownies on the floor. Oh, damn. You're lucky you got one.
What important thing did you miss that day, Jess, when you were recovering?
What did I miss? I'll take some suggestions.
I think you're going to go to the movies with Sherry.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
Her favorite thing, you and her at the mall.
Yeah.
So this is displayed for everybody to see. And Flynn, you're starting to feel agitated. I don't know if you can explain why.
Oh, I know my turn's coming.
Well, you're
Just
kind
don't
of
know what it's gonna
angry.
be.
I don't know why you're angry. Do you act out?
I think why I'm angry is because Scott is doing all of this showmanship. You know, you were all terrible people, as though he had never been a monster of a child himself in his days. And I think at some point I may actually just start shouting that out to nowhere in particular. Yeah, why don't we see some of the times you fucked up, Scott? You want a list? I got a list. Yeah, we all made some fucking mistakes, but you did too. So don't try and pretend you're better than us just because you're some fucking magic bullshit.
You don't know anything about me.
Yeah, why don't you tell me then? Tell me a story, Scott. Tell me what is so fucking important about you and us that you had to drag us out of our fucking lives to be here.
I don't have to explain anything to you.
Which is very convenient when you don't have justification.
So what did you do when Tony ripped my shorts down in the middle of gym class and threw me outside and pulled the door closed? What did you laughed, didn't you? You thought that was pretty funny. You know he would have done the same thing to you.
I know. But in this case, I thought you deserved it.
What did you do when he read my diary in the middle of gym class to all the jocks?
That was
What
a
did
bridge
you
too
do?
far.
You didn't stop him.
No.
And here you are judging me?
You're the one who set all this shit up. You're the one who's presenting the This Is Your Life Angst Edition.
All of a sudden you see a fireball just come from the top of the room, and it hits you square in the body. I mean, it doesn't burn or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But when the flames die down, the rest of you see that Flynn doesn't have a mouth anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
And we'll go to break.
We'll go to credits. All right, we're back. Whew. Good episode 2. The table's yours, Kevin.
All right, so let's do the stars and wishes, and let's start with DK.
Yeah. Awesome. Session 2, first of all, everybody. Stars. I mean, right at the end there with the no mouth, that was a pretty star-worthy moment. Just the visual on that. But I think God, it's hard to pick one.
Yeah.
There's something so viscerally terrible about having something attached to you that you don't know. Like, I think the going out of your way to pull it off and then there being some visible mark, like that part felt really, I feel like that established relationship attitude between the characters and also gave us a really good insight into Flynn, who that person is. And it kind of felt like a minor moment in the storyline, but I think it did a lot of really subtle character building there.
What would you like to see more of? Or what would you like to explore more?
I just kind of want us to keep hurting each other.
Seems like that's built in.
God, I just like, there's so many things we have just a little glimpse of. Like, we know a piece of home life for everybody. We know. I need more depth. I need more trauma and drama, and I cannot wait. And I hope this is as fun to watch as it is to play, because this is awesome.
Thank you. How about you, Brian?
Well, first of all, I have to thank you for the no mouth thing, because given the way my mouth is working tonight, I think it's perfectly appropriate.
Can we done that to start?
I know, it would have saved me a lot of hassle. No, but I had a great time. I think my favorite moment, the thing that I most, I was there for, was when we got to see Jess and Tony in the moments leading up to that, that accident. And I think hearing Craig as Tony deliver that you were convenient.
Yes.
That just off the cuff, not even fully thought out backslap was just stunning. And it felt so true to high school as I remember it. So that was a beautiful moment. As far as what I want to see more of, I think it's just like what DK was saying. I want to figure out more of what is up with these people, and where they are, where they're coming from and where it's going to lead. I loved the fact that Scott has basically got Drew and is like, hey, you and me were on the same side on this, right? And that is, I love the seeds that you're sowing there, and I can't wait to see where that leads.
Well, thank you. So what about you, Craig?
So the two things. One was, and DK, I don't know if you remember what exactly you said, but you said something along the lines of, oh, that's not the only time, or that's a habit, when made a comment about Jess and I fooling around, and I heard that. And it was excellent. But without a question, my favorite part was finally really getting a chance to play with Z. Z and I have been at the table together several times, but I think that moment, that scene, both from beginning to end, was the first time you and I really had a chance to play together. And I loved how much we trusted each other. And I loved the yes anding. And it was awesome. It was awesome, and I believed all of it, and it's why I love this hobby, and like that's the shit I live for. And sometimes you only get that like in a story game, right? Which this isn't. But it was just finally nice for you and I. It was just you and me, and that was really cool. I really, really enjoyed it, and I really fucking hate Tony. And it's part of the reason that I made Tony. The archetype that is Tony is somebody I've hated ever since high school. And I hated every version of those people when they became adults. And one of the reasons that I went for this was like the only way I'll have any level of understanding about that person, that archetype, is I'm going to jump in their skin. And it's really been interesting already. So this is a great opportunity. And an aspect of this hobby that I'm starting to learn I really like is discovering things that aren't me, and discovering what it's like to be inside somebody who's not me. So what I'm wishing more of, everything everybody said, that's what this game is, right? I want to discover it. I think you said it, Brian, like I want to see where they came from, who they are now. And then when I say who they are now, like who they are as Rancor and Freya and Flynn and Riot, right? But who are they now in their 50s, early 60s? Last thing was Scott not having cancer that was a good record scratch.
What about you, Z?
Well, first of all, I had a blast.
I'm glad, because I was a little uncomfortable at the beginning.
I was about to say, like, you were asking during the break, like, hey, is this okay? Which I really appreciate in any GM, and like as a general thing, I think it's always good to just ask too much than too little.
Mhm.
We signed up for this and I'm having a blast, and like it didn't make me personally uncomfortable. It sure made my character uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
not me. Star moment for me, I'm probably going to have to hand that to Brian for the moment when Flynn just stood between me and me and Craig's character, and put the shoulder on the hand, which was really interesting for me because I had just worked myself up in that moment so much, like as a character, as a person, that having that hand on my shoulder almost made me tear up. Just like, which it was in the game, but it was just like, hey, that is a really nice touch in that moment right now. So I really felt that.
And we learned a lot about Flynn in that one moment.
Yes.
About judgment and being judgmental, and like that was really cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and the moment of wanting to bring Sherry back, this like different motivation of I want to bring Sherry back, like early on, it's like, what if we can bring her back? I really love that, and I'm really excited to see where Drew, Riot, I don't know, that how to refer to the characters goes with that, which is also
interesting. Get real interesting.
Yes.
And what I want to see more of is, like I said, hurting each other, even though it's surprisingly difficult to do. Like that's the thing that I noticed. I'm going to therapy to avoid dealing with my emotions the way that my character is dealing with emotions. So it's a really weird thing. And I want to see us have opportunities to talk to each other once we understand each other's motivations a little bit better, to just be able to go back and forth.
And I don't know if you guys are sensing this, but I feel like there's an undercurrent of love between the four of them. Right. But I do think they're going to hurt each other, and I don't think it's going to be the first time.
Yeah.
But I feel like, speaking just for Tony, I know Tony cares about the three of you. I don't know if Tony's capable of any way acknowledging that in any way healthy way. But I think that's interesting too.
I find it interesting that, first of all, this is a game about playing an RPG and you're really, really powerful characters. If you wanted to be, but it's not about the combat. I
Mm-mm.
mean, the combat almost takes away from some of this. The combat's just a mechanism to get you to talk or to hurt or to confess, which honestly feels like that the early comics like that. There was a lot of that in some of
Yes.
those, and it just feels like that's a natural way the game moves forward. So,
May I add one more thing to
Mhm.
everything at the end? You did an amazing job with the world building and the descriptions. Like,
Mhm.
I was just wrapped like listening to a good audiobook. I just wanted to say that.
I learned that from what was it? Improv for Gamers.
By Karen 12s. If you'd like to hear
Mhm.
me interview Karen 12s about that book, you
Mhm.
can go to Tabletop Talk.
Our Monday group, we did a session of that, and
Nice.
we did the piece where you go through and some person describes the smells of setting, and you just kind of layer things on, and it was really impactful. So anyway, love that
Yeah,
book.
and to blow smoke as well, Kevin, the one thing that you are very good at is not feeling like you have to fill silence. And I want you to know how much I enjoy that as a player.
I'm learning that from you. So
I love the pace. I really
yeah.
do. I really do.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, tomorrow night, Forbidden Lands. If you haven't started it, go to episode 1. And then on Saturday, if the effing elder gods will let us actually play episode 49, we're going to be playing. We have been plagued with sicknesses and power outages and things that have caused us to push it like 3 times now, I think. So I'm excited to play that.
It's all right. I'm sacrificing a goat tomorrow. It'll be fine.
Please, I'll find a chicken. And we should be back here, same bat channel, same bat time next week. Take care. Howdy, friends. Thank you for watching. All our content is archived and organized in playlists on the Third Floor Wars YouTube channel. Check it out. And if you could like, follow, subscribe, and even set your notifications to this channel on YouTube and Twitch, we'd appreciate it, and it'll make sure that you catch all of our content. I talk with creators, designers, and experts across the gaming landscape in every episode of our podcast, Tabletop Talk. Open up your favorite podcatcher and search for Tabletop Talk from Third Floor Wars. Support your creators. They make the content you love, and it's your support that makes it happen. If you want to help us, go to Third Floor Wars on patreon.com, and you can help us for as little as $1 a month. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Take care.